Today I'm going to be separating all of Imperium and putting a member on each brand to see who's going to be the most successful in 1 year. Alright, so first off we have Gunther, who's going to be staying on Monday Night Raw, and he'll be going after the World Heavyweight Championship that is held by Damian Priest at the current moment. We have him number 3 in the division behind Jey Uso and Drew McIntyre. Now we head over to NXT, and in NXT we're going to have Ludwig Kaiser, who's going after the NXT Championship that is held by Trick Williams. And lastly, we head over to Friday Night SmackDown, and on SmackDown it's going to be Giovanni Vinci. As you guys know, he was drafted to SmackDown, so that's why I put him there. He is going to be going after the United States Championship, which is held by Logan Paul, and he's going to be coming in at number 7 in the division. But here we go for week number 1, and you see Gunther is main eventing Raw. Let's see who he will be facing in the main event. He's going to be facing Seth freaking Rollins one-on-one. Can Gunther start off this video with a huge win against Seth freaking Rollins? And Gunther does get the win and goes to a rivalry with Seth. Gunther humiliated his defenseless opponent with a post-match beating, ignoring the referee while he continued to stomp away on Seth freaking Rollins. The unnecessary aggression by the superstar had the crowd agitated and concerned with how far the rivalry would go between these rivals. So just like that, week number 1, Gunther already in rivalry with Seth. But now we head to NXT, and Ludwig Kaiser will be facing Tyler Bate one-on-one competition to open the show. Can Ludwig Kaiser now continue to win streak and get his first win? And Tyler Bate gets the win, but Ludwig does go into a rivalry with Tyler Bate. Ludwig Kaiser ambushed Tyler Bate during his entrance to their match, ramping up the aggression in an attempt to overwhelm his rival before the sound of the bell. So just like that, 2 rivalries already started. Now we head to SmackDown, and hopefully Giovanni Vinci can make it to the card, but it looks like Giovanni will not be on the card, so 2 out of the 3 make it. But just like that, we are at Backlash. Gunther is going to be on the card against Seth, but here we go, Gunther versus Seth to end the rivalry. Who will get the W? And Seth picks up the W against Gunther. Back on Monday Night Raw, can Gunther make it to the card once again? He is going to be facing Seth freaking Rollins once again in a rematch. Can Gunther pick up the win here against Seth freaking Rollins here on Raw? And Seth wins once again, but another rivalry starts between Gunther and Seth. But now we are back on NXT, and Ludwig Kaiser is main eventing NXT today. Who will he be facing in the main event of NXT? Wait, Wes Lee versus Tyler Bate. It says Ludwig is in the main event, so I'm guessing he's going to get involved in Tyler Bate's match. So let's just simulate this real quick. Standing up to his enemy's aggression, Ludwig Kaiser got even from last week and gave Tyler Bate a taste of his own offense. Being no stranger to his rivalry's intensity, he's made it clear that he won't back down in this rivalry no matter how rough it gets. Alright, and now we are back on Friday Night SmackDown, and Giovanni Vinci will be taking on Rey Mysterio here in a one-on-one match. Can Gio get his first win in his first match on SmackDown? And Rey Mysterio ends up getting the win instead. We are back on NXT, and Ludwig Kaiser is facing Scripps in the main event of NXT. Alright, Ludwig, bro, you gotta get this win here against Scripps, right? Of all people, Scripps. And Ludwig Kaiser gets a W against Scripps. Alright, so now we head to Night of Champions, and Gunther's obviously gonna be on this card taking on Seth freaking Rollins. Giovanni Vinci on the card once again. Seth won the rivalry last time. Can Gunther win it this time? And Gunther beats Seth freaking Rollins as they go one-on-one in rivalries. Back on Monday Night Raw, Gunther's opening up the show against Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one competition. Coming off his win against Seth freaking Rollins, can Gunther beat Nakamura here? And Nakamura surprisingly gets the win against Gunther. Back on NXT once again, and Ludwig Kaiser taking on Axiom here in the main event. Can Ludwig Kaiser pick up another W here? Axiom surprisingly gets the win against Ludwig Kaiser. Tyler Bate took complete advantage of the no disqualifications of the match by entering the ring and attacking Ludwig Kaiser. Despite illegal but dishonest action, Ludwig Kaiser was likely to find an opportunity to get even for the attack. Alright, and we are back on Friday Night SmackDown, and Gio, bro, we need you to get on the card, bro. We need you. Oh, he is on the card. Him and LA Knight versus Karrion Kross and Kit Wilson. What is up with these random tag teams? Anyways, can Gio pick up the win here with LA Knight? And Gio and LA Knight pick up the win, and they go into a rivalry. Wait a minute. LA Knight and Giovanni Vinci butted heads when deciding who would start the tag match off as the legal partner. Both superstars made a case on why the closest enemy is not always the best tag partner when rivals are fighting to be the main attraction. So as we head to NXT Battleground, Vinci finally gets into a rivalry, but here we go. Ludwig Kaiser versus Tyler Bate at the Premium Live event. Who will pick up the W? Who will win the rivalry? And Ludwig Kaiser gets the final say, beating Tyler Bate at NXT Battleground. Back on Monday Night Raw, and Gunther has a rematch against Shinsuke Nakamura to open up the show. Gunther, get your W back here against Shinsuke. Can he do it? And Gunther gets his W back, defeating Shinsuke on Raw. Back on NXT, now Ludwig Kaiser taking on Baron Corbin in a one-on-one match. Can Ludwig Kaiser continue his momentum and getting a win against Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf? And Ludwig Kaiser defeats Baron Corbin, and a rivalry is started. We now head over to NXT Gold Rush, where Ludwig Kaiser will be on the card taking on Baron Corbin. Can Ludwig Kaiser win the rivalry here against Corbin? And Ludwig Kaiser once again wins a rivalry, defeating Corbin at NXT Gold Rush. So Kaiser gets his W, but now we head to Money in the Bank. Giovanni Vinci and Gunther might be on the card. Gunther is going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, taking on Shinsuke Nakamura, Braun Strowman, Jinder Mahal, Sami Zayn, Apollo Crews, Ivar, and Veer Mahan, what the? And it looks like Giovanni is going to be on the card, yes, against LA Knight in a one-on-one match. But first, let's see who's going to be the Mr. Money in the Bank. And Gunther is Mr. Money in the Bank, which means that he can cash in at any time in this video. On the other hand, though, Giovanni eventually ended up losing to LA Knight and losing the rivalry. Now, with that said, we are back on Monday Night Raw because we have to keep track of Gunther and his Money in the Bank briefcase to see what he does with it. He is going to be in the main event of the show. Jey Uso's taking on Damian Priest in one-on-one competition. Is Gunther going to cash in? Hold on. We have to simulate this to see what happens. Oh my God, it turned into a triple threat for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Gunther ends up cashing in and defeating Jey Uso and Damian Priest to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. One superstar is already champion, as most expected. Gunther is the World Heavyweight Champion, but Ludwig Kaiser continues his rivalry with Baron Corbin here on NXT, going one-on-one again. Who's going to pick up the W? And Ludwig Kaiser defeats Baron Corbin once again. We now head to Great American Bash, where Ludwig Kaiser is going to be in the main event. Who will he be taking on in the main event? It will be Corbin, going one-on-one to continue their rivalry, to end it off here. Who will pick up the W? And Ludwig Kaiser defeats Baron Corbin to win the rivalry. We now head to SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. Oh, Gunther will be taking on Damian Priest, going one-on-one. Damian Priest tries to get back his World Heavyweight Championship. Can Gunther defend his World Heavyweight Championship? And Gunther retains at SummerSlam. We now head to NXT Heatwave, where Kaiser's in the main event once again. Corbin again? Is this like a glitch or something? When is his rivalry gonna end? But anyways, Kaiser versus Corbin once again. Who's gonna pick up the W? And Baron Corbin gets the win finally against Ludwig Kaiser. And now we head to Payback here. Gunther's taking on Jey Uso here for the World Heavyweight Championship, and I don't see Giovanni Vinci, but can Gunther defend his World Heavyweight Championship here against Jey Uso? And Jey Uso is now the new World Heavyweight Champion, so Gunther loses his title, bro. So Gunther is no longer the World Heavyweight Champion as we head to NXT, man. And Ludwig Kaiser's taking on Ilya Dragunov. What a match this would absolutely be. Can Ludwig Kaiser here defeat the Mad Dragon? And Ilya gets the win here against Ludwig Kaiser. We are now quickly approaching Fastlane here. Giovanni Vinci here is taking on Rey Mysterio here at Fastlane, finally getting on a premium live event, but it doesn't look like we're going to be having any good. Oh, he is. Gunther's taking on Seth freaking Rollins once again here at Fastlane. So two matches here. First, let's start off with Gunther versus Seth freaking Rollins. Who will pick up the victory here? And Seth defeats Gunther for the rivalry, and Gio defeats Rey Mysterio at Fastlane. Back on Monday Night Raw here, and Gunther here taking on the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso. A big win that could probably get momentum back on Gunther's side. Can Gunther defeat the World Heavyweight Champion? And Gunther gets the win, and a rivalry starts, which means Gunther will likely be facing Jey Uso at the next premium live event. We now head to NXT New Year's Evil, and Kaiser will be in the main event here of NXT New Year's Evil, and he will be taking on Tyler Bate again. All right, I guess. Can Kaiser defeat Tyler Bate here at Premium Live Event New Year's Evil? And Ludwig Kaiser gets the win, and the rivalry is continuing, it looks like. But now we head over to the Royal Rumble. Right now we don't see, oh, Gunther versus Seth again, so Gunther will not be in the Royal Rumble match. I thought Gunther was in a rivalry with Jey, though. I could have sworn Gunther and Jey went into a rivalry. Why is he in a rivalry with Seth now? Anyways, I mean that Giovanni Vinci might be in the men's Royal Rumble match. We'll have to see and find out. But can Gunther pick up the win here against Seth freaking Rollins? And Seth ends up picking up the W. But who will be the winner of the men's Royal Rumble match? Kofi Kingston ends up winning the men's Royal Rumble. Now we head over to NXT Vengeance Day, and will Ludwig make it to the card? He's still in a rivalry with Tyler Bate, unfortunately. Can Ludwig defeat Tyler Bate here at NXT Vengeance Day? And Tyler Bate wins the matchup and the rivalry. Now we head over to the Elimination Chamber. We are quickly approaching WrestleMania. We got Giovanni Vinci taking on Uncle Howdy, going one-on-one. And right now we don't see any Gunther, and he will not be on this card. That is a huge blow for Gunther. But can Giovanni Vinci defeat Uncle Howdy here at Elimination Chamber? And Uncle Howdy wins the rivalry. Now we head to NXT, and Ludwig Kaiser taking on Braun Breaker, going one-on-one. A huge match against Braun Breaker here. Can he pick up the W? And Ludwig Kaiser wins and goes to a rivalry with Braun Breaker. So that will be his WrestleMania opponent. He'll be taking on Braun Breaker at Stand and Deliver. And we are at WrestleMania weekend. First up, we head to NXT Stand and Deliver. And Ludwig Kaiser is in the main event of NXT Stand and Deliver. He'll be taking on Braun Breaker. What a matchup this would be. Can Ludwig Kaiser win on the grandest stage in NXT? NXT Stand and Deliver? And Braun Breaker gets the win, and Ludwig Kaiser takes the L, unfortunately. Now we have to show you some more of WrestleMania, and will Gunther be on the card? He did not have an opponent heading into WrestleMania. Gio is going to be taking on Rey Mysterio in a Hell in a Cell match, but will Gunther get on the card? He's not in an Intercontinental Championship match, and right now we don't see any Gunther, and Gunther doesn't make it to WrestleMania? What? That is an absolute disappointment. But we do have Gio against Rey in a Hell in a Cell match. Can Giovanni Vinci pick up the win here against Rey Mysterio, a legend? And Rey ends up getting the win as well. So Gunther does end up winning the World Heavyweight Championship, but he doesn't make it to WrestleMania. No other men, Giovanni or Kaiser, end up getting a title shot. Let me know down below in the comments who you guys think had the most successful run in 1 year. Was it Gunther, Kaiser, or was it Giovanni Vinci? Make sure you guys hit that like button for your boy, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to check out my previous video where I put 6 high flyers in the Elimination Chamber.